Hello viewers, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about the A-level syllabus. In other words, what are meant to be covered in A-level, that is senior 5 to senior 6. So let me look for it. This one is for, yes, Sub ICT. So in A-level, our computer is a Sub ICT paper subsidiary 850 stroke 1. I'm going to talk about paper 1 and paper 2. So this is it. Let me enlarge it. Okay. So this is my presentation. As usual, my name is Matwa Benard, teacher of ICT. So when you talk about ICT, now this one goes to the students who are joining senior 5 and those who are going to senior 6. ICT simply means information and communication technology. I simply means information, C communication, and T technology. So information involves information technology, computer software, data storage, and processing. In other words, information itself simply means the knowledge or facts about something which is meaningful to the user. So that is information. And we have also T. Let me begin with the C. C simply means communication. Communication simply means the transfer of data or information between two communicating devices. And when we talk about T is technology. It encompasses computing devices, internet, software, applications, data usage, and management. So in simple terms, technology can mean a technical know-how of doing something. Or someone can say technology simply means the knowledge, the tools that someone can use to perform a specific task. And in this case, we relate to ICT, the things, the tools we use to do a specific task. So what is ICT all about? We have very many things that are in ICT, but I've just put a little. One is computer hardware, software development. Computer hardware, these are physical and tangible parts of a computer. We also have software development. We have networking and communication. Networking simply means the connection, interconnection of computers to share resources. Communication now, transfer of information from one communicating device to another. We have database management. We are going to see that practical use of database, in other words, Microsoft Access. We also have information systems, artificial intelligence, that is AI, cyber security, data science and analytics, human interaction, cloud computing, storage of information in the cloud, in other words, online, and also the internet. Those are some of the few of which others are topical. Actually, majority of them are going to handle during the due course of the education cycle within those 2 years, senior 5 and senior 6. So what are some of the reasons as to why a learner is supposed to study ICT? One, it helps a learner to develop and consolidate his acquired ICT skills. What you learn, you build more into it and you come up with something new. Another one, it helps the learner to be aware of the new and emerging technologies. The learner becomes updated when you're using ICT tools and you're connected to internet. You can be in position to know very many things which are emerging. Like for example, these days people based on AI to get solutions. And also another one, it encourages learners to develop ICT skills to enhance their work in variety of the fields. Using ICT to do very many things. Like for example, it cannot be in the side of the learner, but in industries, they're resorting into using robots or machines to do work. But in the learner's side also, use of calculators to do mathematic calculations. Then next, it equips learners with skills for long life learning. What you learn is not a one day thing. That skill stays inside you. You can use it in case you get access to the ICT tools. Once again, another one, it helps the learner to develop new ideas of self-employment. Like for example, these days people use the ICT tools, like for example in betting. Yeah, that is kind of self-employment, though it is more of risky. Self-employment, you can have your computer and you begin a movie library or a music library whereby you begin selling movies and songs. And in addition to that, you can build your small shop, or you rent or you hire your small shop, and you put some ICT related components. You can sell, you do ICT repair and maintenance. So, self employment. And finally, though there are many others, it helps the learner to get skills used in learning some other subjects. I will relate this to history. You can learn history using ICT tools whereby you can search for information in the internet. So, what are some of the careers in the field of ICT? You can become a computer operator whereby you can deal in inserting data or entering data in the computer for processing. You can become also a computer technician. Here, it involves a person who deals with the troubleshooting and others finding out a problem as to why a computer is not working well. Someone can become a computer engineer whereby you design and you come up with the computer components like the motherboard, storage devices. So you are an engineer. You can become a computer programmer whereby someone can begin designing applications for users or even customizing it for intended users to do some other stuffs. You can become a webmaster whereby you can deal in making websites, maintaining it. Number six, I can become a software engineer whereby uh, you deal with analyzing the user needs and creating applications which can solve the user needs. Like these days, people are coming up with softwares to manage schools records. Like for example, Zeraki, Shule, so those systems. Number seven, one can become a computer trainer. You begin training other people how to use and work with the computers, like for example teachers. And if you are to go in urban centers, people have established their computer centers where they teach others about computer, how to repair. So that one, you can become a network administrator, now setting up computer networks like LAN, local area network, WAN, MAN, PAN. So number nine, you can become a database administrator whereby someone is responsible for installing, configuring, upgrading, administering, monitoring, maintenance, and securing of the database of any organization. In others, safely keeping the organization's data very well. Another one, someone can become a graphics designer. Use of ICT tools can begin working with the Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator. You can begin working with the Adobe Premium. This one deals with the photography, videography, to create some pieces which are beneficial and, of course, fruitful or profitable. All right. Number 11, someone can become a system administrator, by you are responsible for keeping, configuring, and ensuring of reliable operation of the systems to multi-user computers. So we go to the next one. How many topics are meant to be covered in A level? We have 15 topics that are meant to be covered. And now you're supposed to ask yourself, like for example, those students who have gone from senior 5 to senior 6, amongst these topics, where have you reached so far? Where have you reached so far, and how many are you remaining with? So the first one is introduction to computing. The second one is computer management. The third one, computer lab care and maintenance. Number 4, computer word processing 1, followed by computer hardware, computer software, electronic spreadsheet 1, internet and the World Wide Web, that is the WWW. Computer word processing 2, electronic presentations, data communication and networking. Data communication and networking, that is from number 11, is meant to be covered in senior 6. Then we have electronic publication, followed by electronic spreadsheet 2, electronic database, and finally are supposed to conclude with system security, AI, ICT ethical issues, and the emerging technology. So a learner is supposed to cover all these things. When you're in senior 5, you're meant to cover from topic 1 up to topic 10. Then senior 6, it being a limited duration time, you're supposed to cover 5 topics from 11 to 15. So how many topics are meant to be covered in senior 5 term 1? Term 1, we have introduction to computing, computer management, computer lab care and maintenance, and finally computer word processing 1. So those are the topics that are meant to be covered in senior 5 term 1. I'm giving you this so that you can assess yourself. Where am I? Somewhere, somehow, there are some students who have not even gone further. So that is one. In term 2, senior 5 term 2, you're supposed to cover topics such as computer hardware, computer software, electronic spreadsheet 1, and finally internet and the World Wide Web. So those are the topics I'm meant to cover in senior 5 term 2. Then in senior 5 term 3, you're supposed to cover 2 topics, that is computer word processing 2 and electronic presentation. Those are the 2 topics you're meant to cover in senior 5 term 3. Then from there, we go to senior 6. Senior 6 term 1, you're supposed to cover 2 topics, that is data communication and networking, and also electronic publication. Then in senior 6 term 2, you have 2 topics also, of which we have electronic spreadsheet 2 and electronic database. In senior 6 term 3, you have only 1 topic, that is system security, ethical issues, and emerging technologies. So generally, those are the topics that students in A level are meant to cover. So we talking about these topics, it doesn't mean it's just bare like that. These topics have subtopics inside whereby a learner is supposed to handle. Like for this case, let me begin with the senior 5 term 1. I'm going to just show for senior 5 term 1 and the senior 6 term 1. Because I'm going to be making videos about that, I would like us to just move systematically basing on the terms. So in senior 5 term 1, you have the following topics, the 4 topics and the subtopics that you are meant to cover inside them. So the first one is introduction to computing. What are some of the things you're supposed to cover in introduction to computing? One, you're supposed to study about the components of the computer system. Components like the mouse, keyboard, monitor, those are some of the components. Another one, computer data and information, knowing what data means, information means. Another one, number 3, the common hardware parts of the computer. Hardware, these are physical and tangible parts of a computer. Then we have the world of ICT, followed by the uses of ICT in our daily society. Next is the computers and the environment, and finally the first topic is cloud computing. Those are some of the things you're supposed to cover in topic 1. So now I'm giving you this outlay. You're supposed to just go and be doing research in them. Then we have topic 2. Remember, this is the senior 5 term 1. You are having 4 topics. So the second topic that you are meant to cover, the topic is called computer management. Under computer management, you have things such as computer booting. Booting simply means the act of shutting down or restarting of a computer. Then we have computer application programs, starting programs, how to start programs, file and folder management. I'm going to cover about the Windows desktop, the common software utilities, and finally the printing management, how to use the printer to come up with hard copies. So those 7 things are meant to be covered in topic 2. Then when you are to go into topic 3, topic 3 is called the lab care and maintenance. Under lab care and maintenance, you are going to cover things such as the computer literacy, that is 1, followed by the digital divide. Digital divide, this is just the difference between people who have access and the use of ICT tools and those who do not have access and the use. Number 3, working with application programs, followed by secure laboratory environment, taking care of the ICT lab. We have system configuration, system specification, installation of the software, uninstalling a program, troubleshooting. Troubleshooting simply means the act of looking for a solution as to why a computer is not working or performing to its expectations. Then in number 12, computer laboratory rules and regulations, and finally servicing and maintenance of a computer system. So those are some of the things we cover in topic 3, senior 5 term 1, and the topic is computer lab care and maintenance. Then still in senior 5, Term 1, Topic 4 is word processing 1, of which we expect learners to be introduced to word processing, tell us the different types of word processors, the common terms used in word processing, the features of a word processor, the common parts of a word processor, the advantages of using electronic word processors, and also how to use a printer to bring out the hard copy. So those are the 4 topics and the subtopics that are to be covered in Senior 5 Term 1. And now we go to Senior 6 Term 1. Senior 6 Term 1. Senior 6. Yes, Senior 6 Term 1. You have 2 topics to cover, that is topic 11 and topic 12. The first topic is data communication and networking, and the second one is electronic publication. So what are some of the things I'm meant to cover here? Under data communication and networking, you have 12 sub-topics. 1, data communication, the exchange of data between communicating devices. Elements of data communication, data communication tools, what you use to communicate, the computer networks, the networking hardware, the communication media. Communication media, that's where you're going to talk about the optical wire cables, the twisted pair cables, network software, the network protocols, the types of networks, the wired versus wireless networks, the network topologies like the bus, ring, star, those ones are network topologies. We are going to talk about the intranet, extranet, and the internet, just differentiating those 3 terms, because some students, they assume it's only internet. We do not have intranet. Intranet is just purposely made for the organization only. And we have the last topic in Senior 6 Term 1, that is electronic publication, of which from here we talk about the introduction to electronic publication or publishing, the basics of publishing, what you use, in other words, understanding the terminologies and the features that are meant to be used to make publications. The document layout, that is the interface and the layout. Someone can look into 2 terms, portrait, landscape. So those features, the document enhancement, formatting it, editing it, the outputs, what you do after you have finished making your publication, and finally printing it out into hard copy using the printer. So those are some of the things that you are meant to cover in Senior 6 Term 1. I remember explaining in my first video that we might not be having a uniform coverage, because I'm informed some schools have more than 2 ICT teachers, whereby they can divide the tasks amongst themselves. Some teacher teaches this topic, another one teaches the other topic, and you can see other topics are for the other term or the other year. But so they do that in that way, and the other teachers generally have a low content coverage. Others are even still working on Senior 5 things, though they are meant to be handling Senior 6, and the others are above. So for our case, we shall be just moving systematically based on the way that things are meant to move. So so that was the last one. Yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Please like, share, subscribe, and we meet in the next